Good morning, everyone. So now let's proceed to the recent educational reforms in the Philippines. So the educational reforms discussed are backed by legislative measures, including Republic Act Number 10533 or K-12 Basic Education Program. And the second is Republic Act Number 10157 Kindergarten Education Act. And the last one is Executive Order Number 83 Series 2012 or Philippine Qualifications Framework. So these are the educational reforms of the legislative measures. So these are the educational reforms in the Philippines. So now, let's proceed to the next topic. So these reforms aim to align the Philippine education system with international standards, ensure quality education from early childhood through senior high school, and improve employability. So this means nga kani nga mga reform is gi-align sa Philippine education system with international standards nga gi-ensure nila na ang quality education ah, gikan sa gikan sa elementary through senior high school to improve employability of the students. So there are the objectives of the basic education sector reform or agenda BESRA or 2005-2010. So the first objective of the basic education sector reform agenda of 2005 and 2010 is universal adult functional literacy. So this means promote literacy among all out-of-school youth and adults in Filipino or English. So ang universal adult function literacy is this means helping out of school youths and mga adults. So ilahang tabangan tong mga wala nagskwela og mga adults para makabalo sila on how to read and write either sa Filipino or sa English. So para po ma-use nila for everyday life. So these are the first objectives of the basic education sector reform agenda in 2005 and 2010. Second objectives of the basic education sector reform agenda or BESRA in 2005-2010 is the universal school participation and elimination of dropouts and repetition in first three grades. So ensures all 6 years old enroll and complete primary grades with essential competencies. So ang ilahang goal is ilahang make sure na every child na nag-edad og 6 years old mag-start na siya sa mag-start og elementary and until they finish sa ilahang basic grades para makabalo sila og unsay ilahang nahibaluan sa mga basic grades. So learning what they need to know mo na siya sa second objectives of the basic education reforms and universal school participation and elimination of dropouts and repetition in first three grades. So mo na siya dapat ilahang goal nga ila jung i-make sure nga ang student nga nag-edad og 6 years old is makabalo og maka-start sila and makahuman sila sa ilahang basic grades. Okay, so the third objectives of the basic education reform agenda is the completion of basic education with satisfactory achievements. So the targets that all students aged 6 to 15 should achieve grade level competencies and complete elementary and secondary education. So this means nga all children nga nag-edad og 6 to 15 should be able to finish sa elementary ug high school while gaining sa ilahang skills and knowledge to expected for each grade level. So muna siya a target sa completion of basic education with satisfactory achievement. So dapat mahuman ang 6 to 15 years old is ma-achieve nila ang grade level competencies. Fourth objectives of the basic education reform agenda is total community commitment to attainment of basic education competencies for all. So, encourages community mobilization to support the educational development of all learners in Filipino and English. So, this means nga ang community gi-engage nila to get involved nga mo support sa student learning. So, gi-encourage nila ang community nga makatabang sa sa mga students to support sa education nga maka-learn og Filipino ug English ang mga students or katong out of school youth ug mga adults. So now let's proceed to the key reform trust of BESRA in 2006 and 2010. So ang Philippine government is working to make sure that everyone is no matter their background can get a good education. Dapat makakuha sila sa ilahang good education. So they're doing this through changes like BESRA. So gihimo nila ni through BSRA nga laws. So which helps more students, makatabang siya sa mga students nga makaadto sa schools and maka-stay sa schools and maka-learn sila og effective nga learn better to all grade levels. So maka-learn sila effective nga mga nahibal-an nila. So ang basic education sector reform agenda or ang BESRA is ga-focus sila sa 5 main goals. So gitawag ni siya og Key Reform Trust or KRT to improve education system in the Philippines. So ga-focus sila sa main goal sa Key Reform Trust para ma-improve ang basic education. So now, let's proceed to the key reform trust of BESRA in 2006 and 2010. So the BESRA outlines 5 major reform areas. So this is the key reform trust or key RTs, which are key RT 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is the main goal, the 5 key RT of BESRA. So first is KRT1 is school level stakeholders improve their own schools continuously. So ang KRT1 is this means nga peoples in each schools like teachers, mga parents and mga community members is mo work together sila, so mo tabang sila ang mga parents, mga teachers, mga community members, mo tabang sila to improve sa ilahang schools para ma-improve ang ilahang school. So nagtinabangay ang mga teachers o mga parents. So muna siya focus sa BESRA. So this is the first key RT1 or key reform trust. So muna siya first. And so the second key RT is teachers raise the prevailing standards of their profession to meet demands for better learning outcomes. So the KRT2 means ang teachers aim to improve sa ilang gi-improve nila ang ilang mga skills and teaching quality para maka-learn o ang makatabang sila nga maka-learn ang mga students og effective. So they help students learn better. So mana siya the second key RT nga ang teachers is ilahang gi-improve ang ilahang skills to help sa mga students nga maka-learn og effective. So the third key RT is influential social institutions and key social processes are engaged by the DepEd to support national scale attainment of desired learning outcomes. So ang KRT 3, this means ang DepEd partners with others important groups and societies. So kaning mga teachers, mga partners is like sa simbahan, mga business o mga media is ilahang nagtinabangay sila to help nga ma-improve ang learning sa students o sa mga ma-improve ang educational. So muna siya the third key RT is the DepEd to support national scale attainment para ma-improve ang educational. So the fourth key RT is providers of early childhood care and development, alternative learning systems, and the private sector increase the respective complementary contributions to national basic education outcomes. So, ang KRT4 is the groups that help early childhood education to sa mga alternative learning and sa mga private nga schools, nag-work sila, nag-help sila together para ma-improve ang basic education. So muna siya i-focus sa KRT4 nga ang mga private schools nga nag-work sila together to improve educational. So the five KRT is the DepEd changes its own institutional culture towards greater responsiveness to the key reform thrust of DESRA. So this means ang DepEd itself works to become more open and responsive to changes needed for better education. So ang DepEd mismo naglihok aron ma-change ang ilahang culture sa ilahang organization o mas mahimong prepare sila sa mga reform through sa kaayuhan sa educational. So muna siya TRT5. So ang DepEd itself works to become more open and responsiveness. Okay, so now let's proceed to the Republic Act number 10533 or the K-12 Basic Education Program. So this landmark law restructured the Philippine basic education system, extending it from a 10-year to a 13-year cycle to align with global standards. So the reform was crucial because the Philippines was one of the few remaining countries with a 10-year basic education cycle. So putting its graduates and at disadvantage in international education and employment. So this part talks about the important programs and laws that have improved the education system in the Philippines. So in the past year, it is focuses on two main efforts, BESRA and Republic Act number 10533. So which is also known as the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013. So when siya Republic Act number 10533 or K-12 Basic Education Program. So now let's proceed to the Enhanced Basic Education Program. So 1 year of kindergarten, 6 years of elementary education, 4 years of junior high school, and 2 years of senior high school. So ang Enhanced Basic Education Programs is also known as the K-12 program. So mo na siya K-12. So is the current structure of basic education in the Philippines. So muna siya na-include na siya muna siyang 1 year of kindergarten, 6 years elementary, 4 years sa junior high schools, and 2 years sa senior high school. So, ang 1 year of kindergarten is to prepare young children for formal schooling. So, gi-prepare dari ang students sa ilahang formal schooling. So, ang 6 years of elementary education is from grade 1 to 6 years, to grade 6. And then 4 years of junior high school is muna siya grade 7 to grade 10, 7, 8, 9, 10. And kaning 2 years of senior high school, muna na siya nga ang students is mo choose na sa ilahang strands or sa ilahang tracks to base on their interest and career goals. So dira na sila sa 11 to 12, dira na sila magpili kung unsa ilahang ganahan nga strands. So muna siya sa enhanced basic education program structure. So this educational structures help students become more ready for sa college nila, sa ilahang mga trabaho or starting their own business kung mag-business sila. And it also offers special programs for those who can't attend sa mga regular classes like sa mga out-of-school youth and students nga naay mga special needs. This is very important for our educational system. So now let's proceed to the delivery of basic education. RA number 10533 emphasizes the importance of language in early education. The Act mandates that basic education should be delivered in languages that learners understand, especially in the early grades, because of its critical role in cognitive development and learning outcomes. So, delivery of basic education means ang BESRA or ang uh, Basic Education Sector Reform Agenda and Republic Act number 10533 shows that the Philippines is serious about improving sa education system to meet international standards. So by it is focusing on a useful skills, so involving sa mga community and making schools more responsive. And these reforms help to build a system that not only teachers or academic subjects but also prepares sa mga students for sa ilahang real life situations and sa ilahang jobs. So, ang delivery of basic education is they ensure this through reforms and the laws like BESRA and RA 10533, which implemented sa mga for improve the quality of teaching. So improve the quality of teaching means by training teachers well and enhancing teaching methods, and to provide opportunities for all learners, so including ang mga out of school youth and those with special needs through alternative learning systems, and then uh, involve the community and parents to help manage and improve sa education. And then, to prepare sa mga students for life and work. So, by giving them practical knowledge and not just by theory. So, and then align the system with global standards. So, the Philippines can keep up with the education systems or of other countries. So those are the delivery of basic education. So this part this part of the report talks about how the K to 12 program is being put into action in the Philippines. So especially under Public Act number 10533, it is important to change in the education system that helps Filipino students to become more ready to compete and succeed in jobs not only in the country but also in abroad. So ang Republic Act number 10533 highlights how important it is to use a language that young students understand when touching them, especially in the early years of school. So this helps them learn to better and develop their thinking skills more effectively. So the last one is mother tongue or first language or L1. So the Act defines mother tongue as the language first learned by a child which they identify with and use most frequently. So this include regional and native dialects, Filipino Sign Language for learners with disabilities. So kaning mother tongue or first language or uh, from kindergarten to grade 3, ang students should be taught in the language they speak at home. So dapat tuglan sila sa mga language that they speak at home or sa regions. And then from grade 4 to 6 is ang DepEd will hinay-hinayon na siyang introduce ang mga Filipino mga English language. So ang students can get used to them. So by the time they reach high school, must subjects will be taught in the Filipino and English. So pag high school na is of course magtudo na dyan ang mga Filipino and English language. Okay, so using the mother tongue in early education They promote better understanding and retention of concepts and fosters a stronger cultural identity. So it is also sets the foundation for learning other languages later in life. So the laws says nga a children that a children mother tongue is the first language. So ang law is gisay niya that say the law says nga ang first language is ang mother tongue. So they learn and use most often. So this can be a local dialect or Filipino sign language for children with disabilities. So teaching young children in their mother tongue is makatabang na siya then makatabang siya to understand lessons better. So maka-remember and sila and ma-feel sila silang connected to their culture nga ma-feel nila nga connected sa ilang culture sa pag-use sa mother tongue. So it helps them to learn other language and more easy and later on. So dapat tudloan nato sila first sa mother tongue. And pagka pagka high school na nila is na dito na siya hinay-hinayon ug kuan sa DepEd nga ma-learn sa students ang English ug ang Filipino language. So those are the that's all of my uh, topic.